Alright, so we got something a little bit new today. If you've watched my videos before, you probably know that I haven't done any tying before this point. So we're gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna be doing a jig, as you can see. Before we get into it though, I do want to mention I've upgraded my spinners, made them a little bit better. I put some powder coats on the actual weights so they're a little bit more durable. I upgraded the clevises that I used, so these ones shouldn't have any problems with rusting or bending out or anything like that. And of course, the hooks, I'm using high quality. I think they're Gamakatsu barbless steelhead salmon hooks, so they're pretty nice. We got these two colors, and they're going to be up on my Etsy shop, and right now there is a New Year's sale, so go get yourself some. Yesterday, I put in a little bit of practice before I did this video. Tied this little jig here. Pretty basic stuff. The top here, the collar is a rooster. There's some dubbing for the main body, and then a feather for a tail. And then I tied this one, which is more of like a streamer style. Again, the collar is some rooster. The body of it is this green, what's that called? Marabou. The body is green marabou, and then I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little point from a rooster feather for the tail, as well as some peacock feather in there. Not too bad for one of my first things ever. I also tied this, which is the same size jig head as the one I'm going to use today. It's wet right now because I was just testing it, but it has peacock for the tail, some black marabou for the body, and then again it's got that orange rooster feather on the collar. The last one I did is this guy, another small jig. I used some, I don't even know what type of feathers those are, but try and imitate claws. And then it's got some red and green rooster feathers for the body, and then some olive dubbing towards the top, just trying to keep it somewhat natural. Anyways, let's get into what I'm gonna tie right now. What I really want to do is make a twitching jig, but I don't have the materials I really need. So I'm gonna do a marabou jig instead. I don't have all the colors I want either, because I just like kind of bought a starter kit of like feathers and stuff. But I have enough to get stuff that looks good, just not the super bright colors that you would usually do for like a steelhead jig, which is what I'm trying to do. But anyways, I'm gonna be using orange and green rooster feather, and then the main body of it is going to be black marabou, and then there's going to be some accents with these peacock feathers as well. Peacock herl, it's called. Obviously, I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to this stuff. I don't know all the names and all that, but that's fine. You don't really need to. I'm also not tying based on any like template or anything, just because I like doing things myself. So yeah, starting by just building up a little bit of a body on the hook shank so that everything grabs down right, and then I think what I'm going to do is use the point of one of these orange rooster feathers to use as a tail. I just need to find a good one here. Okay, so first things first, I've got this point of a rooster feather that I'm gonna lay in to the body here. This is turning when I didn't want it to, but that's fine, it's good enough. snip the extra off. I also don't really have all the tools that I probably should, but that's fine. Okay, now that we have that, I am going to put a few of these peacock curls in there. I want them to be, those are a little long. Let's get them to a better length here. Okay, I'm just gonna lay those right on top there. Wrap those in. Again, snip off the excess. You know what? I don't think I'm going to use the green at all. I'm just going to go for the orange rooster and some black marabou. And of course, the peacock hurl. It basically acts as flash, except, you know, I don't have any flash, so it's the closest I can get. Okay, I'm gonna start with this piece of black marabou. To the tip, brush the feathers back a little bit so that it's a little easier to tie in. This one's a little bent, so it's not going to be super easy to tie this in, but oh well. I just realized that I'm probably talking way too quiet for my mic, so that sucks, but oh well. Okay. Once again, trim the excess. I'm going kind of sloppy here, because what I've realized is that it doesn't matter that much, if I'm being totally honest. Let's just give this like 3 wraps probably. Just 2. I'll give it a quick brush back. 3. And just keep brushing it all back. Hopefully it doesn't get too trapped in there. I'm actually going to give it another turn here. And 4. Okay. I'm going to brush it all back here. Brush it back like that. And wrap it in like that. Give that a snip. There we go. Oh, shoot, my thread just ripped. That's alright, we'll tie it back in. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna go for a little bit more of this peacock curl. I'm kind of gonna try and spread it a little bit around the whole thing so that it's not just all in one spot. I'm talking about this like it's a tutorial, but it's really not. I'm just kind of explaining what I'm doing as I do it. I don't really have a plan for this. I'm just doing what feels right as I go. Okay. Now I'm going to tie in one of these orange rooster feathers and then tie it in just like you do for the marabou. Lay it right on there. Give it some wraps. Okay. Again, brush the feathers backwards as much as you can. And then start your wraps. Hold on, let me bring this forward. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Well, yeah, I'll give it a 4th wrap. 4, just like that. try and brush everything forward here. Get behind it too a little bit. And then once again, snip the excess. The one thing I don't like about using these rooster feathers is that they tend to have a little bit thicker of a spine on them, which makes things a little more difficult. That's better. So that's basically it. It's not done, obviously, but that's everything that's going into this. So from here forward, I'm just adding more. So at this point, it's pretty much done. And of course I need to whip finish it. I'm not very good at this yet, but we'll see if I can manage. 1, 2, 3, let's do 4. Oh, shoot. Let's give that another go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's give it a 5th. And then we pop the hook off, pull that in. Okay, we'll snip the thread. And I'll give it a little twirl for y'all. Obviously it looks pretty messy right now, but once it gets wetted down the first time, it'll kind of settle. But yeah, that's basically it. I think I'll try to show the action in this video, but yeah, that's it. Okay, so the best I can do to show you the action is to use the sink because the water's still blown out right now. We've had nothing but storms since like the week before Christmas or whatever that was. So this is the original one that I made yesterday. Oh, let me focus the camera. There we go. So this is the original one I made yesterday. It looks pretty good in the water. Yeah, that's about right. And here's this one. Like I said, it's got a little more body than the other one. A little more color to it because I added more of the rooster and the tail. I think that looks pretty good. But I don't know, you tell me. I've literally never fished with a Marabou jig. So we'll see how that goes once the water clears up. But well, that's gonna be all I've got for you today. I'm sorry there's no fishing in this video. Hopefully in the next few weeks there'll be less rain and I'll actually be able to get out and fish. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.